Hi, this is Lauren Darr, and I am here at the Health Pet Expo in Chicago with Steve Dale.
You are.
And most people should know who you are, but just in case, give people a little bit about your background.
Well, I write about pets, a twice-weekly newspaper column syndicated by the Tribune. I host radio shows across the country, including one right here in Chicago on WGN Radio. I'm a dog and cat behavior consultant as well, and one of the editors of Decoding Your Dog, a book authored by the American College of Veterinary Behaviorists, and more. You don't want to hear more.
Well, I know that you've won all kinds of awards because we're both in the Dog Writers Association, and you've been honored there with a Lifetime Achievement Award, even though you're really not. You're very young.
Thank you for saying that. Actually, they called me and they said, you're going into our Hall of Fame. We're going to give you a plaque. And I said, you're giving me a plot? I'm not old enough for this. And I am the youngest person in the Dog Writers Hall of Fame, I believe, which is very nice.
Yes, it is. But you paved the way for so many people.
Well, thank you. Thank you. That's kind to say.
Well, we are here because you are also doing a book signing on the book you mentioned that just came out. So tell the folks a little bit about your book and what's in it.
Well, it was authored by the American College of Veterinary Behaviorists. These are the ultimate experts in animal behavior. So that's, first of all, you're hearing about it from the experts. And there are so many great dog training books out there that don't do much really when it comes to behavior. They may touch on it a little bit. And if they do, what they are doing is taking information which was first discovered greatly by members of the American College of Veterinary Behaviorists anyway. So I said, why don't you guys write your own book? It's about time that we hear about it from the horse's mouth. Can I say that really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But really, I mean, these are the people that actually do the research. So we know certain anti-anxiety medications can work and help dogs, for example, that might be aggressive. Lots of things you want to do with an aggressive dog. Depends how aggressive the dog is, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But for some dogs, medication may help. Well, the people that did the research and that dosed the drug are members of the American College of Veterinary Behaviorists. So they are the right ones to write a book for the general public, something they have till now never done before.
Awesome. Now, you have mentioned that you have co-editors on the book. Can you talk about how this book came about with the co-editors?
Well, how the book came about is I was at a veterinary conference, at the Western Veterinary Conference in Las Vegas, and walking down one very long hallway at this conference, I was with one of the veterinary behaviorists, Gary Landsberg. He had just presented, I think it was him, that just presented a session at the conference on animal behavior. A lot of questions were asked about dominance. Do you have to be dominant over your dog because this television personality says you do? And no matter what he said at that time, the question kept coming because of a TV personality. And he said, this is so frustrating. He said, you're out there, you've got a public spotlight, Steve, a platform, many platforms in which to talk and communicate with people. We kind of don't. I said, but you can have one. Write a book. And that's exactly what they did. That's how it came about. And it shouldn't be the world according to one. This is a college, a group of behaviorists. So 20 people approximately participated in the writing of this book, which is amazing. There isn't ever, in history of veterinary medicine, a group that's come together quite like this, from a member of a specific college to write a book. They've done it for veterinary books, but not for the general public. This is a first.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming from having a husband who is a geneticist, total geek society, and he knows that I say that, but, just getting one academic paper put together, much less a book, it's an amazing feat, so congratulations.
Thank you very much, and the hope is that we'll make a difference and save lives. The book is selling well, it's doing great, but what's more important to me is people who read it say we can understand it, because it was my job to translate that geekanese that your husband speaks, right?
Yes.
Into language that anyone can understand and relate to who is a pet owner. But what's most important is they're reading it, people are reading it, using it, and understanding it. And that's what matters, not only to me, but all the authors of the book as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time out. I know you've got a plane to catch, so I'm going to grab my copy of the book and let you go.
That's okay. It was an honor to be decoded by Lauren. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.